And we had a wicked, another tornado warning yesterday. Pretty crazy. I believe we had some hail run through town. This is what happens, man. So the thing about specifically where I live, like I live in, I believe it's Tornado Valley. So what happens, give y'all a little bit of the science, and then also this will make sense too because of the location, because we're a very unique part of the Delta, because technically we are in the Delta. And when you're in the Delta, something that happens is that you get, especially in springtime, tornado weather. You get a warm front from the Gulf, and then you get a cold front from the north, either the north or the northwest. And then what happens is during the spring, those two meet right here, and that's, if you know anything about tornadoes, that's what creates a tornado. Along with just the, winds of spring and stuff, they really just drive it here. Now, what makes it crazy here is we're in the Delta, right? So the Delta, to give you guys an idea, is relatively flat land, except for where I live. So I live in a place called Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is on something called Crowley's Ridge. And so the problem with that is we are on an elevated area. And when you're on an elevated area in these kinds of, scenarios, these storm scenarios, they tend to be a little bit more intense. So if you want to ever be a storm watcher, I mean, this is an area to do so. It's definitely crazy, man. We've even had those like crazy weather trucks go through here before. We've seen them with all that armor plating and stuff, the ones that go to the tornado chasers, whatever. But anyways, that has nothing to do with what we're doing. I'm telling you, my brain's all over the place. This cut's starting to make me go crazy. I was pretty happy with that 227 weigh-in today. I haven't weighed in a few days, and honestly, the water has just not been where I want it to be. It's not been bad, but it's not where I want it to. The main thing is in the morning time. Like, I maybe felt a little bit dehydrated this morning, but we got some more hydration in. But I could do better. I could definitely be doing better in that regard. But we do have push today, so what we're going to be doing as far as the workout goes is push press to start off for strength. Now, we did legs yesterday, and I got to be honest, man, we may be pretty deep into this cut. I felt pretty freaking strong yesterday. I think my mindset was just where it needed to be. I was focused on getting some work done, not on pattying around. And we did some Zercher squats, which I really should have done with y'all, but I was just feeling those yesterday. We did 365 for 3. If you don't know anything about a Zercher, it's like holding it in the pit of your arms. They're sore as fuck today. Really good for wrestling. Really good for wrestling stuff. Just keeping your chest up and just glute strength in general, but very athletic exercise. Very MMA and like wrestling based exercise, honestly. But that being said, I feel my legs and glutes, or specifically my glutes, I just squeezed them. They're tight, like a tiger. So, if you know anything about push press, it's basically like a cheating military press. And they're very useful. I would argue they're better for athleticism than military presses. Military press is like a bodybuilding exercise, I would say, to an extent. But at the same time, if you were trying to do something athletic with it, like more stagnant, you could just do like I don't even remember what the name of those presses are, where you put it down on the bar, like you have a bar set up right here, and so you have like no weight on it, and then you have to press up. So it's kind of like a dead start. But I don't know. I was always really decently good on military, but I think my shoulder strength's been kind of slacking, specifically overhead, not my front delts. My front delts are great because of they're overdeveloped because of all the boxing and stuff. So I don't know. We'll focus on doing push press, probably a 5x5 or something like that. I don't want to go just nuts, but I do want to push the limits a little bit there. Again, my glutes are pretty fucked up. So that's definitely, because when you do a push press, you got to use your legs just a little bit. So I want to try and emphasize, we might do 5 to 8 reps, honestly, you know, but still do like 5 sets or something. And then probably going to do some seated incline, like chest press I like to do, the hammer strength. For chest, just to kind of get that push series going. And then honestly, at that point, triceps are hit, but I do think we're going to go ahead and hit the, yeah, I've got a pretty good layout. So I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to go push press. We're going to go to that hammer strength chest press machine, incline. I think we're going to do some dip machine to hit the chest and the triceps just a little bit more. And then we're going to hit a fly variation of some sort, probably cables. I just really enjoy cable flies. I overused the pec deck this past year, so I'm just kind of tired of using the pec deck. And dumbbell flies are great and all, but I enjoy cables more as far as the squeeze goes, you know. And then we definitely got to hit some core. So core is rectus abdominis day today, so I think we're just going to hit maybe some cable curls, because I really, or cable crunches rather, because I do enjoy the way those feel. Man, this red light just stopped the middle of this dude's in the middle of the lane. Freaking 8 o'clock traffic, man. Whatever. But yeah, and then yeah, no day of eating today, just because everything's real crazy. I can already tell my brain's it's gonna be no telling how this workout's gonna go. I'm gonna go fucking hard as I can. But as far as my talk, like the talks in between, I feel like I'm gonna be slightly incoherent. I do feel I feel like my body and my body's moving the way I want it to, but my words aren't moving the way that I want them to. I feel like I'm stumbling a lot. But I don't feel like my energy levels are just absolutely crashed out, you know what I mean? Because again, that workout yesterday was just living proof of that. Like I'm feeling pretty good. Now I'll say this, I haven't really been sticking straight at the 2,200 calories like I said I would, but at the end of the day, I'm not super concerned with that as much as I'm concerned with staying consistent with the days of staying within the diet. It's going to be what more that matters. As long as I don't go over like 2,700 calories, I'm going to be more than okay. Which of course you guys have been seeing with the 227 weigh-in. So I cannot complain about that, man. 3 pounds. I can't remember what I think the last one was 230 last time I talked to you guys, which still got to get that video out. I've been kind of slacking getting those freaking weekend ones done, man, because I think that's why I felt so good yesterday. Is on Saturday I didn't do a thing. I mean, I did some work in the morning time and did some errands, but once 1 p.m. hit, man, I just sat on my butt. I didn't even play video games or nothing, man, which honestly I think that it was probably pretty good, because again, came to the gym yesterday. I say that we did some morning cardio, but no lifting or anything, just recovery stuff. But I gotta say, it was pretty damn good yesterday. Like, I'm very happy. I was very happy when I left the gym. I was sweating like a freaking crazy man. But anyways, let's try and do the same thing today. I really do want to get that same fucking effect, because it feels awesome. But anyways, I'm gonna get inside, get warmed up, we'll get after it. All right. 5 by 8. I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it. Look, I'm telling you, on my brain, it's gone. It is 100% gone. Yeah, we're going to do a lot less talking and just doing. How about that? That's what I'm feeling. I believe that was 8. Strength feels good, stability does not. So we're gonna go up to 185, but I would really like get to 225, and I really just want to play around there for about 3 sets, just to get used to it again. So let's do it. That lack of sleep really fucked me over. Really gonna have to emphasize that these next few days. I'm gonna have to start jumping. Woo! That shit's starting to get real. Woo! I think after today, to make sure we stay safe while we're going deeper into the cut, because obviously we're getting pretty deep as far as the diet week goes. Diet week, last time we had a refeed day was technically over a week ago, I think. I don't even remember now. If I'm being completely honest, I think we're supposed to have another refeed day at the end of this week, if I'm correct. We'll see how that plays out. Oh man, definitely doesn't need to be today. I'll tell you that right now. If I had a refeed day right now, I would pass out. I would go to sleep. So I'm not gonna do that. I need to calculate. I'm definitely not gonna do it at least till the next time we vlog. So, and by Wednesday that'll be about that time. So, anyways, let's stop thinking about food. I'm gonna try and get 2 to 3 sets of this in. If I can't get 5 though, I gotta drop it, you know. And if I drop it, I'm gonna go straight down to 135 because that's what I mean. I think we need to start getting into that higher volume because it's what I'm feeling is a tightness, but it's like a cramping tightness, especially in my legs, right? And when you're in a deficit, man, that feeling don't go away really. I mean, you're not really refeeding until you refeed. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm taking supplements like magnesium and stuff like that, but you know, honestly, maybe some Epsom salt baths need to be in my future. We'll look into that for sure. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll look into it. But I can definitely tell, like, I just had to do some like kicks just to loosen this up because I can feel this, like me jumping when I'm doing this. I can feel it wanting to cramp up, and so we gotta be careful. It's not worth getting injured over. But we're gonna throw this around a little bit, you know, just a little bit. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 1 set here. Okay, that's the deal I'm gonna make myself. We're gonna do 1 set. I wanna hit at least 5, right? And then I'm gonna pump it down. And then we're just gonna go straight into doing some, maybe some military with 135. We'll get there when we get there, but I need to stop resting now. I'm gonna go a little bit tighter actually, just so my triceps can kind of take over too, because they're gonna need to be used. Okay, need a burp. Get that shit up there. One more, come on. Nah. No. We got more than that. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. Way better than the 185. So we're in that zone. We're in that zone for sure. I'm gonna stay here again for another set. I'm not gonna go down if I don't have to. So, okay, I think regardless of what happens on this set, we are gonna go down. Just because I want that work. But if you notice, I'm gonna try. I tried to do this in the last set. I'm gonna try and go down slow, So, because that's where you get a lot of that muscle building factor is the negative portion. So the negative portion is going to be, on any lift, it's going to be the part that typically you can just kind of let gravity do the work. So on this one, it's going to be on the way down. For something like a squat, it's going to be on the way down, right? Typically it's going to be on the way down, but it just depends on what you're using. Like, if you're doing a tricep extension, it's going to be on the way up. So it can get a little confusing for some people, but don't overcomplicate it. It is definitely going to be a huge defining factor. And it's not like you don't got to do like 8-second controlled, like decrease down. Yeah. As long as you're going like with some kind of control on the way down, as much as you can relatively do, you don't have to be going like a turtle. But don't just let gravity, take over. You need to be doing something. Oh, okay, come on. Wake the fuck up. 5 more, motherfucker. Get it up there. Ooh, yeah, nope. Nope. We're not playing with that. Cameron probably didn't pick that up. This started wiggling. I'm not. Nope. I've had some shoulder complications before. It's not worth it at all, especially when I want to fucking do bag work. So we got some good reps in, getting used to doing more than 225 over my head. I need to keep doing that, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, turn the vlog off. See, this is me with this language. Pause the camera, take some weight off. I'm gonna do one more set, a little bit like I said, more probably military. And then we're gonna do some chest presses, some variation. All right. I love this little baby right here. So high volume, I wanna do 4 sets of 15. So we'll see how that kind of plays out as we go along. And then, like I said, after this, there's a dip machine right here I actually kind of want to use. So that's probably what we're going to do for 3 sets. And then I've been liking doing circuits with the core. Keeps it funner, and it's some conditioning I really need to be working on. So anyways. Yeah. Feels great. This hat needs to be flipped around though. I almost feel too low on this thing, but honestly, I really need to be doing it so low that like this part of my back, really my upper traps are touching right here, because that's part of the problem I have with posture is that. So that's what I'm really focused on, because that's something I've always struggled with. It's just that leaning forward kind of sensation, you know what I mean? All right, let's get it rocking. See, even just doing this, I can feel it like stretching. Let's get back there. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. 5 more, come on. Okay, here's the compromise we're gonna have to make, because I don't know if 15 is gonna happen on the next one. We're gonna do quarter reps. I haven't done these in a pretty long time. I don't think we've done them in the vlogs yet, on this series at least. We definitely have before, but I'm gonna go. It's basically gonna be like 20 reps, but like half of them are gonna be partial. So partial rep all the way up, partial rep all the way up for 10. So it's getting gnarly. That's me, man. I'm gonna have to drop. Woo, me, man. So before I drop, let's just do a drop set. Try and get 5, and then drop set, see burn out, see how many we can get in. I feel like that'll be pretty decent for this, and then we'll start getting a little bit lighter, more slow and controlled, because we're getting a little wild here. In case you guys are wondering what you're missing out on the full day eating, it's exactly what I've been saying the past like week. We're gonna do, I think, well, I say that we did go to the store, so stocked up on some meats, some red meats. Got some steak cooked up. I think I have 3 more steaks still cooked up. I think what I'm gonna do today is we're gonna do a steak nachos, some mozzarella cheese, which should add up to at least about 60, 70 grams of protein. Get a little carbs in me to fuel me for my next workout, because we do have hot works later. Which it's just gonna be hot foam rolling is what it's gonna be. So because I gotta open up. It's starting to get real. Which will be plenty, you know, when you're in a sauna like that. I mean, it's the equivalent of walking, literally, as far as calorie burn. And I do be sweaty when I leave that. Not to mention I gotta record shit for you guys up there, which today's a chest burnout. So we got that coming up later today too. But it's like we're going up there to open up, do some body weight exercises, do a chest burnout, then we're gonna do some foam rolling and we'll leave, you know? So it'll be interesting, but I just gotta make sure I don't use 2 steaks when I make those steak nachos, man, because I keep doing that. I'm gonna run out of steak. It's delicious, but I need to use canned chicken, just because I've got a lot of that. It's less limited. Yeah, no. All right, drop. Ooh, I found a spot in there just that last set that really was pulling me apart, so I need to attempt to try and do that again. Oh, you're good. Up. All right. Honestly, I probably could have gotten 10 of those at 225 if I was doing slow control like that. Couldn't tell what I was doing because my brain was like, oh, we're still doing quarter reps. So we did them. Right here. Okay, that's it. Sheesh. Whee! Strange sensations. What's weird is I'm not really even sweating. I feel like I'm working hard. But I don't know. My brain is just going blah, 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 blah. What does that even mean? Anyways, good God. Let's oh yeah, dips. We got dips. All right, so I did a warm-up set. Check out how uneven my shoulders are, man. This is 100% from MMA and boxing stuff, and you're gonna be able to see it with clarity. So check this out right here. That's why I put y'all up front. I'm gonna push it down, get it all set up, and then when I come back, you see that? Come on. Here's what I think. I'm thinking we do some one arm dips because we have the opportunity to do it right here. That was technically 2 sets. I'm gonna drop the weight, a plate, and do that, but that's crazy work. Look at, I mean, I can feel it. It feels like a tightness right in here. Or maybe it's a strength I have on this. I don't know. I'll have to talk to my brother on that one. All right, let's give this a shot. So the way this is gonna have to work is I'm gonna kind of have to play around here, because if I just leave one arm down, one, it's gonna get hit, but two, I'm not gonna get the stretch I need. So I really am just gonna have to focus on just like keeping one arm here, and the other one's gonna be doing most of the work, you know. But get it all the way down. I think we're gonna start with this side. Actually, let me try this. So what I'm doing, I've just put more pressure into one hand than the other for 5, and then switching. Woo. I feel like this triceps definitely gets some work in. It's going to be a lot of more unilateral movements, 100%, and we just need to make sure we're adding in. And again, if you don't know what that is, one-sided stuff. It's important. I think a lot of people neglect it because they go, oh, you can technically do this, do that, do this, do that. But like, guys, you stop comparing yourself to people. You're comparing yourself to someone who does not have the body you have, okay? What do you need to be doing? That's the questions you need to be asking. And no one's asking that. There are people who are going like, oh, I saw this person do this on TikTok. I'm gonna do that. That works for me. But it may not. You can't just emulate. You gotta figure out, you gotta solve this puzzle for yourself. Because again, if you just go watch freaking one of C-Bum's videos or one of Sam Solik's videos and you're like, okay, I'm gonna just stick to this plan, I mean, you'll get results, I'm not gonna lie. But what if all you wanted to do was like lose weight to be a better, MMA fighter, for example, and you're training like a bodybuilder? You're not going to be fighting like an MMA fighter in that case. Or you could put that for any sport, by the way. Or even if you just want to be more athletic, like you got to be very specific. Figure out what you need to be doing. This is why whenever we talk about my job, which is personal training, it's personal. It's very, very, very personal. I gotta get off my train. My rant train, I'll go on all day. Gotta feel this out a little bit more. I kind of want to put my feet back here and just push weight forward and my sternum into this while raising my chest. God, the freaking squeeze I'm getting in that tricep back on this side is crazy. I don't know why I'm not getting that on the other side at all. Maybe it's just stronger. I don't know. It's like it's not used to me using posture. Cause see how I'm lifting my chest? You gotta do that or else you're just gonna hunch forward. Oh my gosh, man, that's such a crazy feeling. Okay, I don't need a lot of break on this. This is gonna be more about getting this chest up, friend. Maybe I need to try grabbing here to see how it feels. I mean, I feel something. It's crazy. I kind of want to try an underhand grip and see what happens. Maybe that makes it easier for me to squeeze that back so I can do what I need to do. Yes, it does. Okay. Whee! All right. I really got to get some flies in. But I also need to get some core work. Yeah, man. We'll figure it out. Let's get these flies going. All right, so I went ahead and got some core in. Very different. I played around with something just because I didn't feel like getting on my knees. It worked out really well. I did 2 different things. One, I just leaned back and did like cable crunches standing and just focused on arching my back up. I have such a strong posterior chain, it really wouldn't. It felt good. And honestly, the second thing I did was I squatted. So on my 3rd set, I squatted down like this, and then the cable was way up here. I had to pull it down. I'm sitting down kind of like a chair row, and then I'm just crunching. And I'm a little bit away. I'll have to record that for you guys next time. It felt good. Just a little rush because we are a little bit low on time. But get 2 more sets of these in. I did a warm-up set. I said a warm-up set. This weight's good enough. It's pretty heavy for me right now. I feel it pulling me apart. Always got to make sure. We're gonna keep it there. You always want to make sure you get a fly variation and just to pull everything apart, you know. If you can just consistently work on, like, this is why people who just do like a bunch of bench press tend to tear their pecs. It's because, one, honestly, bench press is really stressful in the shoulder anyway. So there's that. But 2, you're just constantly pushing instead of pulling apart. And you need both. And honestly, to make your chest look better, you really do need that like chest up kind of posture and flexibility. But anyways, I digress. 1 more set. We're gonna just go ahead and wrap it up here, and then we're gonna go do a quick little pose out. No bag work today because I got some in yesterday and my feet are honestly torn up. So I'm gonna probably pop it back out for you guys. Maybe Wednesday. I might do it tomorrow by myself. We'll see. God, my back started cramping up. I'm telling you, man. That part's starting to get annoying. It's just feeling these little cramps here and there. It's driving me nuts. All right, let's go find a place to pose out real fast. All right, we're gonna try this angle today for shits and giggles. There's a little bit of a warped mirror in front of me, so we'll use that. But it's a little tough getting off. I don't know why I always insist on like riding these so low. They make my love handles look so much worse than they are. Typically, I think people wear pants like this. But it just feels wrong to me, you know? I like them low. Ooh, fuck. That back really wants the cramp. If that's the case, let's go ahead and just see what it's looking like on camera too. I'm trying to do some like different things with my feet to see what I can do to help squeeze my glutes a little bit stronger. That feels pretty good. Holy, pretty gnarly. I like that pose more for goose than I do actually like the pose. It always feels goofy. You see right here how my chest kind of goes down? I think that's more because I do this. But I feel like if I just
Pull that back. Get that chest up. You see what I mean? But all that feels super tight and hard to hold, especially in my back. So I got to figure out exercises that I can do that are going to really focus on strengthening that. And it looks like a low to high row is in order. So we might do some of those tomorrow. Do one more little. But those upper abs are starting to kind of, come out just a little bit. If I were to have a refeed day, they would pop out more, but let's not do that just yet. Damn, those lats are starting to really pop out though. Can I do what that one dude does on TikTok? I don't know how he does it. Is it just rolling my shoulder blades forward? Oh, yeah. I need to do that as a stretch. I'm losing it. All right, we're done. I'll see y'all in the car.
Alrighty. Where are my keys? Over here. I'm hungry. I mean, I'm always kind of hungry. Honestly, something that's helped me just kind of stay on track with everything is just the fact that, like, I'm not thinking about food very much. I'm obviously always hungry, but I've kind of just accepted the fact that I'm going to stay hungry. I'm cutting. That's the thing. Like, listen, guys. At some point or another, you're going to have to accept the fucking fact this sucks, right? Like, this is not a walk in the park. It's not easy. If it was, like, everyone would be fucking jacked and ripped. But they're not. And in fact, 70% of the population's on their way to their grave when it comes to their weight, honestly. So, you got to stop telling yourself, like, oh, if I can just do it this way, it'll be easy. Like, no, if it's easy, you're not doing it right, guys. It's quite simple. It is quite simple. That is why when you see people using this Ozempic in a bad way, that's easy, right? They're just taking it and not tracking anything or doing anything like that. Listen, I've trained clients that have taken Ozempic, and they got some fucking great results. Shout out my client, Abby. She got on it. She's very open about it though, and it's not like, dude, I'm telling you, she still did the other stuff. She just really struggled with hunger, man. And it has to do with the fact that, well, really, we'll not get into it, but because that's her information, I'm not going to discuss. But there were reasons why it was definitely a little bit harder for her. And well, I mean, I can say this. I mean, she struggled with like allergy issues, so like a lot of food. If she ate it, it was going to really inflame her digestive tract, and so it just made it really overwhelming. And so the stuff that she would eat was just not in line with everything, and she would eat too much of it, so that for her, it wasn't a matter of taking Ozempic to not track, right? And you guys got to understand, like, I'll post a picture of her. I'll put a picture of, like, right here of her, like, so you guys can just see how much she transformed. But that's the difference between, like, tracking your calories and hitting your protein goals and hitting your workouts with Ozempic, and then you see all this other stuff with Ozempic coming out where people are just like zero muscle mass. They look like they're freaking like super malnutritioned. Yeah, I mean, like, it really does. It's not a matter of like it not sucking. Because I'll tell you right now, dude, like, Abby had to push herself through workouts that sucked. Abby had to, like, track days when she did not want to track her calories. Abby had to, like, stuff down protein on some days. You know what I mean? And none of that's easy, right? But, like, this is the thing that I think people are stuck on. They're wanting to take a pill to make it an easier process. Stop thinking this is going to be easy. This is not easy. This is a hard thing to fucking do. And you got to get that under your head. Once you accept that fact, everything, it actually is easier. Once you accept the fact that this is hard, it's easier. I don't know why it works that way. I can tell you why it works that way. It's because your expectations are lowered, right? You're not expecting this to be like, getting to go eat a buffet every single day. You're not expecting this to be like, trying whatever way you can to fit in like these like sugary snacks. You know, it's one of those things, like if you can just expect it to suck and honestly try to push towards the suck, you're going to see faster results. And that's very real in every aspect. I mean, we could talk about food, for example. You know, I'll tell you right now, a lot of the reasons why a lot of you guys struggle with overeating is because food is delicious. It is absolutely freaking delicious, and it's easy to get down calories, right? And so we just got to start framing our minds in the sense that, like, it's hard because you're putting yourself, you know, you're edging. For lack of a better term, you're edging yourself. And what I mean, it's like a dude who's trying to be celibate and going to a freaking, you know, prostitute house and just saying, oh, I'm just going to hang out. I'm not going to do anything. Like, dude, like or you could just not go, right? Like, don't surround yourself with all these delicious freaking foods. This is why eating out is really not a great option, guys. Even if you are choosing the right choices, listen, all it takes is one day of you going, fuck it. And then literally that can be enough to set you back a week if you like go really crazy. If you're someone like me who really struggles with like binge eating, like I can put down 10,000 calories a day, guys. I know I can. If I did that, even just one day, that undoes a whole week of tracking. So I can't do that. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm just going on tangents now of emotion. I need to get some food in me. So we'll go ahead and wrap up today's vlog. Next time you guys see me, we are going to be getting in some more legs. And we're probably going to be focusing a little bit more on the unilateral side of things because last leg day was a little bit more bilateral. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.